Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Math and Tech. Today we discuss about Cantor's set and its properties. It has so many important properties and we discuss the Cantor's set with different mathematical disciplines such as set theory, topology, measure theory, geometric measure theory, real analysis, and so on. The set has many important properties and many interesting properties. We can discuss the properties one by one. It is a perfect set, compact set, totally disconnected set, Lebesgue measure 0, and we define Cantor's function and the extension Devil's staircase. So, first we define Cantor's function. Starting with the unit interval 0, 1. We divide the unit interval 0, 1 into 3 equal parts and remove the open middle third. So we get two closed interval 0, 1 by 3 and 2 by 3 to 1. Now we subdivide each of these two intervals 0 to 1 by 3 and 2 by 3 to 1 into 3 equal parts and remove the middle part in each of the intervals, that is 0 to 1 by 9, then 2 by 9 to 1 by 3. Remove the middle part here. Again 6 by 9 to 7 by 9 and remove the middle part, we get 8 by 9 to 1. Continue this process, that is divide each of the intervals into 3 equal parts and remove the middle part. That is the construction of Cantor's set. Continue this process indefinitely and what is remaining is called Cantor's set. So what is remaining is a question. It is a set of points. It is only dust. Dust means only points, no intervals. So we remove the open middle thirds. We are given interval 0, 1, remove the open middle third, we get two other intervals, closed intervals. Again remove the open middle third. That process is continued. So remove the open middle third here. Again remove the open middle third. Here also remove the open middle part. Here open middle part. Here open middle third, etc. So ultimately we get infinitely many points. They are uncountable. The Cantor set is uncountable. One important property. Now another property Cantor set is closed set. Why it is closed? We remove the open middle intervals. So remove the open intervals. Removing the open intervals. So it is the complement of open intervals. That is why it is closed. The removed intervals are open. So clearly Cantor set is a closed set. Now another important property, the removed intervals total length equal to 1. Given interval total length 1, removed intervals total length 1. Because in the first case, removed interval length 1 by 3 2 by 3, that is length equal to 1 by 3. Second step, here 1 by 9, here also 1 by 9. So 1 by 9, that is 2 times 1 by 9 or 2 by 9 or 2 by 3 square. Then next 4 intervals, 1 by 27, 1 by 27, etc. Removed intervals 1 by 27, here 1 by 27, 1 by 27, 1 by 27. 4 intervals, 4 by 27 or 4 by 3 cube. Adding these 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 square plus 4 by 3 cube, adding we get 1. So removed intervals total length equal to 1. Removed intervals total length equal to 1. Given interval total length equal to 1. So removed interval is 1. Given interval total length 1. That is a Lebesgue measure 0. Cantor set has Lebesgue measure 0 or length 0. It is closed. Why? We are removing the open middle thirds. So it is the complement of open sets. So it is a closed set. It is bounded because all the points between 0 and 1. So bounded. So closed, Cantor set is closed, Cantor set is bounded. Closed and bounded, what is Hale-Bowrell theorem? It is a compact set. Now all the points are limit points, no isolated point. No isolated point, Cantor set has no isolated point. Again, compact and no isolated point means it is a perfect set. So note the points, topological properties. It is a closed set, it is a bounded set, it is a compact set, and it has no isolated points, therefore it is a perfect set. So the topological properties. Now measure theory, Cantor set has measure 0. Why? Given interval has measure 0. Removed intervals also has measure 0. Given interval length 1, removed intervals length 1. So length of the Cantor set or measure 0. That is, it is negligible. We use the word. In real analysis, it is uncountable. Cantor set is uncountable because we can find Cantor's function onto unit interval 0, 1 using the ternary and binary expansion. That is another definition of Cantor set. Every element in the Cantor's set has a ternary expansion, only the digits 0 and 2. That is another definition. X is an element of Cantor set. Then X has a ternary expansion using only the digits 0 and 2. So 0 and 2 simply you can divide by 2, 0 by 2, 0, 2 by 2, 1. 0 into and 1 using the binary convert. So we can define a function ternary into binary. So every element in the Cantor set mapped into a binary number in the interval 0, 1. So define a map from the Cantor set C to the unit interval 0, 1. That map is onto continuous but not 1, 1. It is not 1, 1 means 1 by 3 and 2 by 3 mapped to the same point. 1 by 3 image and 2 by 3 image equal to 1 by 2. So it is not 1, 1. So their cardinality cardinality of the candle set and cardinality of the unit interval 0, 1 are equal. But the unit interval 0, 1 is uncountable. Therefore, candle set is uncountable. That is real analysis. Now, fractal theory. Candle set is a fractal. It is self-similar. Magnifying the candle set, we get two copies, not the left hand side and the right hand side, identical copies here, two copies. So magnifying this candle set, we get two copies. Here is one copy or same copy here, same. So two copies. So it self-similar. Candle set is self-similar. So note the properties. Candle set is intersection of these intervals. What are the intervals? Removing the middle third, then F1 is the interval 0 to 1 by 3 and 2 by 3 to 1. That is F1. Then F2, 4 intervals 0 to 1 by 9, 2 by 9 to 1 by 3, 6 by 9 to 7 by 9, 8 by 9 into 1. 4 intervals. Then 8 intervals. Then 16 intervals. Their intersection is called candle set. Their intersection. Length so ultimately uncountably many points the candle set contain. Which points are contained in the candle set? The deleted intervals, end points, 1 by 3 element of candle set, 2 by 3 element of candle set. Again, 2 by 9 and 1 by 9, 7 by 9, 8 by 9. That end points are no doubt belongs to the candle set. They are countable, but candle set is uncountable. So it contains more points than the end points. So the candle set is the set of all points in the unit interval 0, 1 which has a ternary representation using only the digits 0 and 2. So we can define candle set equal to intersection Fn. What is F1? These two intervals, or closed interval 0 to 1 by 3 and closed interval 2 by 3 to 1, that is F1. And F2 equal to what? 4 closed intervals. Removing the open middle third, we get 4 closed intervals. Then removing the open middle third, we get 8 closed intervals. They are denoted by F1, F2, F3, etc. Their intersection is the candle set. That is another definition. X element 0, 1. Element of the closed interval 0, 1. X equal to C1, C2, C3, etc. C1 point C1, C2, C3, etc. What about C1, C2, C3? They are the digits 0 or 2. Ternary representation. X has a ternary representation. So C1 equal to 0 or 2, C2 equal to 0 or 2, etc. Cn equal to 0 or 2. That is another important property of candle set. Every element in the candle set has a ternary representation using only the digits 0 and 2. We explain the points again. Candle set is uncountable. And bounded, closed, compact. Closed and bounded implies compact. Why it is closed? It is the complement of open sets. We remove open middle intervals. So it is the complement of open intervals. So candle set is a closed set. And its points belongs to the closed interval 0, 1, that is a bounded set. So closed and bounded, it is a compact set. That is Heine-Borel theorem. No isolated point. What about isolated point? Take any point on the Cantor set, its neighborhood contains another point. That is, all the points are limit points. So it has no isolated points. Compact set and no isolated points means it is a perfect set. Now Lebesgue measure theory. Lebesgue measure 0. But Lebesgue measure 0. Length of the Cantor set is 0. It contains countably many points, no interval. So length of the given interval 0, 1 equal to 1. Length of the removed interval is equal to 1. So that Lebesgue measure equal to 0. Or length of the Cantor set equal to 0. So it contains uncountably many points. It contains no interior points, or it contains no intervals as a subset. That is nowhere dense. It contains no interior points. Nowhere dense. And totally disconnected. Totally disconnected means take two elements in the Cantor set. We can separate that points by closed neighborhoods. Their union is the Cantor set. Let A and B be two elements in the Cantor set. We can find the neighborhood A, neighborhood U of point A, and neighborhood V of the point B. They are closed neighborhoods. Their union is the Cantor set. That is, it is totally disconnected. They are disjoint closed neighborhood. U and V are disjoint closed neighborhoods, but their union is Cantor set. So they are disconnected, totally disconnected. So Cantor set has so many interesting properties. Now fractal theory, Cantor set is a fractal. That means it is self-similar. Magnifying the Cantor set, we get two copies of the Cantor set. So it is self-similar. Now again, into real analysis, we can define a function from Cantor set into closed interval 0, 1 by every element in the Cantor set has a ternary representation. X element Cantor set, then x equal to 0.C1, C2, C3, etc. where C1, C2, C3, etc. are either 0 or 2. Ternary expansion only using the digits 0 and 2. So a function defined like this, f of 0.C1, C2, etc. equal to 0.C1 by 2, C2 by 2, etc. So 0 and 2 becomes 0 and 1. So ternary into binary. This function is onto, not 1, 1, it is onto, continuous. Using this idea, cardinality of C greater than or equal to cardinality of 0, 1, closed interval 0. But cardinality of closed interval 0, 1 less than or equal to cardinality of C. So they have the same cardinality. That is, but closed interval 0, 1 is uncountable. So the Cantor set C is uncountable. Now we can extend this function Cantor set into the whole interval 0, 1 to 0, 1 by defining that removed intervals into constant function. That infinite number of removed intervals. The removed intervals value equal to a constant. That function graph is called Devil's staircase. It has infinite number of steps. an ascent, small descent, then a constant value, again ascent, descent, like this. An ascent from 0 to 1, small ascent, descent, then again constant value, then ascent, small descent, again this model 0 to 1. Infinite number of steps. That function, extension function f from 0 to 1 to 0 to 1 is called Devil's staircase. Okay, I believe that you get a brief idea about a candle set and the important properties of candle set. Our next class we study about Cauchy sequences. Okay, thank you. Please like and subscribe